Arnold, what is Oscar's state of mind at this stage?
As you know, it's only 3 months since the tragedy happened. He's battling, and but with a family behind him. It's with his sister living in the same house as he lives at MA, and they assist him a lot, and we are preparing him, for that future trial.
Has he had some counselling?
He definitely had counselling, both psychology, and try and get him a little bit fit, and he's in the gym twice a day to get his mind right. And and the short answer is we're working on it. He's battling. He's having a tough time, and he will never be the same. You can imagine if something like that happened to you.
There have been articles that say that Oscar's not showing signs of grief outside the courtroom when he has been in the public. Do you see him grieving?
I saw him crying this morning. Before we went to gym, we did the standard procedure. He read as a scripture, piece in the scripture, and he prays, and he grieves all the time. And actually, it's such a personal thing that it's difficult for me to talk about this. But he's going through a very, very tough time. He's on his walls. He's got Riva's photos and.
Still?
Yeah. No, he's on my WhatsApp between him and me. There's Riva's photo where she's holding him. And you must understand one thing about this is his action was to protect. That was his action, to protect in the extreme vulnerable state. If you ask Oscar, when do you feel the most vulnerable? This is when without my prosthesis, in bed. And the action he took was to protect. And now you can imagine the person you love the most, and you're the instrument of her death. I mean, it's unthinkable to get that deep sorrow. And there's a kind of sorrow that a parent like the Riva family will also have. But he grieves every day. He's getting his pastor in once a week from his church, and at the house they have a gathering every week, and they work on this. But it's tough.
Seems he depends on you a lot.
He depends on the family. I'm only the provider. The family is the backbone. The people who really spend the time with him, like the nieces, my grandchildren, he loves them.
It's a big family. Are they all behind him?
They all like a big bulldozer behind him. There's no going back. They are backing him all the time. And even the extended family, I'm one of 7 children. So we've got a big backing system.
Did you get to know Riva?
They visited us twice, and they had dinner with us one evening. Very likable, Afrikaans speaking lady, beautiful, very humble and comfortable. And this is the first girlfriend he came to show us, and so we thought that sounds serious.
Would you say that he is ready to face trial?
He will definitely be ready. Being the mind that he is, being the man that he is, he will know what it's going to take to do this event. He knows what it's going to take to prepare himself. We've got an excellent team behind us. The legal team is the best I can think of in South Africa. He will be ready once the court case starts, and he will be able to stand his man in that courtroom.
Now, it's a very brief hearing this coming week on the 4th.
It's going to be postponed until August, And so there will be a non-event.
Does Oscar have to appear?
He does have to.
Do you have faith in the South African justice system?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are innocent until proven guilty.
There has been a lot of negative press about alleged previous incidents. What are your thoughts about this?
You know, I haven't got a TV. So you must excuse me if I'm not properly prepared on that question, but I don't know about any negative stuff that is not either nonsense or that I need to attend to. I don't know anything about that.
Stories about drinking in pubs, flirting.
Well, after the bail. No. That's not Oscar.
I mean, there was just, I think, the one incident or maybe two incidents, so maybe he's not going out after that.
We actually tried to tell him, Oscar, just become a little bit normal, go out with your friends, and that is what he got for that. And now he's not going anywhere. He will go to friends' houses, but not in the public.
Arnold, he is free to travel now. Are there plans to go elsewhere in Africa or overseas?
At present, there's no plan, but I would like him to come with me to Mozambique and see what we're doing in the bush. But he's got no plans to travel. That's a decision that has been taken that we won't compete. If he ever competes, that will be after the trial.
Has he still got aspirations to get back on the track in international events?
If you ask that question to Oscar, he would say, Uncle Arnold, I know I've got a purpose in life. God told me I've got a purpose in life. Whether that is running, whether that is whatever, I don't know.
According to the initial bail conditions, he wasn't allowed to visit neighbours at Silverwood's country estate. Has that changed?
He can go anywhere in South Africa, but I believe you're not allowed to have discussions with state witnesses and things like that. But Oscar hasn't been back, as far as I know, and he's at present moment hasn't got intention to go back there because it's uncomfortable.
We were told that he was fined nearly R1 million for unpaid taxes a few days ago. Is this right or wrong?
Wrong.
What is the true story?
His taxes are fully paid up.
And was that part of the payment, the R1 million?
No.
So you feel there's no problem with SARS?
There's no problem with SARS.
We hear that Oscar's facing financial ruin, battling to pay his legal bills. Is this true?
What he's doing, he is getting rid of some of the assets. He's definitely not financially ruined. While he's still with us and the family, he will never be in that kind of trouble.
Arnold, you know, whatever the judgment, I mean, this must have put just so much pressure on your family.
Life put pressure on people. There's people that's got much more pressure on them than we have. We are just thankful what we've got. We are also grateful that we're in a position to assist the Oscar family and you know, we've been in that family for many years. Oscar's sister is still living with us for the last 11 years. So actually I've got 5 daughters. She's also not adopted, but she's one of my daughters.
And your views of your nephew, I guess, haven't changed?
That question was asked about what is my feeling and what is the family's feeling about it. I've got no doubt in my mind that he's not a murderer. And we as a family are still seriously traumatized. And the good thing about where I'm sitting is that I know it's not murder.
Subsequent to our interview with Arnold Pistorius, images of the crime scene where Reeva Steenkamp died appeared in international media. Oscar's attorney, Brian Webber, has asked the National Prosecuting Authority to explain the leaked photographs, saying it's very distressing that these pictures are now in the public domain. He says they've requested the police on several occasions to see the pictures, but have not yet seen them.